What's up, world? This is your guy Guitar K, and today's video is called You Can't Nag Somebody into Changing. You just can't do it, man. Look, nobody not going to change until they ready to change. Look. The only way you're going to change somebody is if they still wearing diapers. Look, man, look. If you just keep nagging on somebody, at the end of the day, that just means you like nagging. You like fussing. You like drama. Close your mouth. If you're going to stay, if you're going to let them stay, you might as well be their peace. You might as well be there to support them. Because like I said, they not going to change. So either give them tough love or just be their peace and be there to support them. Because they're not going to change until they're ready to change. And if they do change, don't think that you're the one that changed them. Don't think that you're nagging. Come on, man. Don't give yourself that credit. He or she changed because they was finally ready to change. And God bless your soul for staying for as long as you did and giving that person the chance and the time to go through what they needed to go through to become the person that they finally became. But it wasn't your nagging. Don't be a nag. Don't waste your time nagging. As a matter of fact, it's a Bible scripture. It's Proverbs 21:19. It says that it's better to live in a desert than to live with a quarrelsome or nagging wife. And that could be a quarrelsome or nagging husband as well. It's better to live in a desert, y'all. Look, a desert. That means you living out in the hot sand under the hot sun with no water where you probably going to die. It's better to do that than to live under the same roof with a quarrelsome person, man. Don't nobody want to hear all that nagging all the time. If you love someone, you're going to be there to support them. You're going to be their peace. Or like I said, you're going to at the very least show them tough love and just pull back from them. But you ain't going to be nagging. And like I said, if they do change, it wasn't the nagging that did it. Try something different. Try some good positive things. You know, like being supportive, showing love, showing kindness, showing patience. Pray and just hope for the best. But save the fussing. Save the nagging. That ain't never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Whoa. No, that just ain't gonna make it happen. Look. And I say this because I've been single for a while now. Since my girl passed away, I've been single. And it gave me the blessing to observe some relationships from the outside looking in. Look, man, and no, thank you. No, thank you. I'm not ready to go there yet. I'm loving my singleness right now. No, thank you. I see the whininess and the neediness and disclaimer. That was me. I was codependent. I was whiny. I was needy. I needed this. I needed that. And what about me? And what about my feelings? And you got that. Why can't I get that? No, man, look, it ain't cute. Not for an adult. Not for a grown person. Look, man, you got to give that person space. Love does not look like codependency. Love does not look like whining and nagging and not trusting and always in that person's bushes. It could be figuratively or literally, because I have been literally in bushes looking at what somebody doing, man. Part-time, full-time, stalker vibes. You know what I'm talking about. Look, I'm not saying that because I'm proud about it. I'm just saying it because it's the truth, and the truth will set you free. Look, man. If you want somebody to change, you can't do it. You can only change yourself. You can't change nobody else. So don't waste your time and your energy getting your blood pressure all up, yelling and fussing and screaming and asking why and crying and chasing. And look, you ain't doing nothing but driving yourself crazy. I ain't going to say you pushing them away because that's probably not what you're doing. But at the end of the day, you're not changing them. And like I said, God bless the people that hung in there with that person for all that time. And now they finally done, left the things alone that you've been nagging about. But it wasn't you that changed them. They decided to change. You can't force nobody to do nothing. You can't force nobody to change. So the only thing I can say, the only advice I can give is, I guess in the beginning of the relationship, set some boundaries, set some guidelines, know the person that you're getting in a relationship with, because there probably was some signs and some red flags right in the beginning. When somebody show you who they are, believe them. And if it's something that you can't really deal with, you got to nip it in the bud right then and there. Don't get all invested and get down the road. And then when things start happening that you've seen coming or that you already knew was going to happen, go with all the yelling and fussing and throwing things and crying and whining. Like I said, man, you can't nag somebody into changing. It's never going to happen. So don't do it. This is your guy, Guitar K. Be more